You should never fight stress, fear, anxiety, and none of those low vibrational frequencies, because what you resist persists. So, how to deal with them? Simply by allowing them to be. And whatever you allow lose its power over you. So that's why being able to be aware of what's going on is so important. Never think that other people's stories are something much better than your story. Many times it's completely contrary, because let's say if you would get chance to tomorrow wake up as, let's say, Justin Bieber or some of those crazy popular celebrities, do you think that he has easy life? Of course he doesn't. It's not everything in money. Many times I'm not in the mood to even go to grocery shopping, but I have to, and I many times catch myself hiding behind those things in order to not speak with someone because I'm not in the mood. And imagine what they are going through. So that's the reason why Jim Carrey said long time ago, I wish that everyone could become famous, rich and successful, so that they could all see that that's not the point. And that's life fact, because we often, and all of us are guilty of it, think that grass is greener in other yards. No, it's not. So your grass is greenest, and that's the attitude that you should embody, because as I mentioned before, no matter how beautiful you are, no matter how smart you are, no matter how successful you are, no matter how rich you are, everything is useless if you have zero confidence. I was guilty of it, and as long as I was someone who always was making myself smaller in order for others to shine, I was fucked up, because no one will play this game of life for you if you don't train yourself how to play it. And confidence is very, 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 very important thing. Because let's say you have, let's say that you're a business owner, and today you have interviews for a job, and you have two people. One has great education and everything that's literally what you need in terms of those facts, so to say. And on the other hand, you have a person who is not so educated but has that something that people call X factor, or how it's called. So the other person has the attitude. The other person is someone who knows their value, knows their worth. And this one first guy is educated, but he's scared, he's sad, he's literally lost, so to say, and he don't even himself believe that he will have the opportunity to be one of your employees. So what do you think? Who is the one whom you will pick up? And that's how we choose in life also. Unfortunately, people run away like they would run from ghosts if they could see them from first group of people, because none of us like to feel low vibes, and it's kind of sad because those people need uh, most attention and most help, but not everyone is capable or willing to give hugs and not to preach. So the saying, don't offer a lecture to soul who needs a hug, is so accurate, especially nowadays when everything is uh, dehumulated, so to speak. Everything is fast moving. The essence and the core of our being have been pushed aside and pronounced irrelevant. No, it's not. That's the reason why we have so many suicides, so many addictions, so many lost souls. Every day I read about young people who made decision that they can't take it anymore, and they canceled themselves. One of the reasons is this trend that everything else is more important than our essence, and that's the recipe for catastrophe, because we're just humans. No matter the improvement in technology, no matter the improvement in everything that's material, at our core we all need feeling of belonging. We all need feeling that we are loved, that we matter, that we are appreciated, that we are seen. But that's something that's less and less present in the real world and in real life. Literally, people have time for everything else. Mother have time for endless scrolling, for endless coffees with friends, for everything else except for, let's say, their children and quality time. Not all, fortunately, but unfortunately many. So work on priorities, work on things that was, are, and always be on hierarchy of value at the top. That's family, that's first God, family, health, and all other stuff, wealth, success, and so on and so forth. No one here says that nice things are not welcome. Of course they are. We all love everything that makes our life easier, and that's okay. But to put that in front of everything else, that's so wrong. And train your heart to beat with every beat with thank you, with appreciation. We get to witness one more spring. What else could a person want? What else could a person want? Observe every single day and every single morning as a whole, as one new life, because it is. Every new day is new life and opportunity for you to step in new movie of your life. Everyone in your story is just doing their part, so to say, and in every now you get to choose how the story goes and how the story ends. When something is removed from your life, no matter if that's a job, if that's a person, if that's a relationship, no matter what it is, just know that infinite intelligence saw bigger picture. So let's say you were in beautiful relationship and suddenly out of the bloom everything crashed and that person is no longer in your life and you have zero explanation for that kind of happening, but because especially because you gave everything you could from your part to that thing work. So I will tell you what's behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is God, universe, infinite intelligence, call it however you want it, who saw what you couldn't see, who heard what you couldn't hear. And that's the reason why the person is removed from your life. Never doubt in decisions of the power that created worlds. So nothing is removed before something much better is installed. And why would you suffer with that knowing? Nothing and no one is ever removed before something much greater and better is in store for you. The same applies for jobs, for everything in life. So what causes suffering is your resistance and your crazy need to have that specific person, job, place, circumstances, everything. Never hold yourself. It's huge torture because doing that is like you are fighting against the entire universe. Do you really think that you have any chance in that fight? Of course you don't. Cast all your burdens on Christ inside you. He'll take care of you. What's your part to do to get out of your way? Just move out of your way and let the infinite intelligence fight your fights. It has weapon you know nothing about. It has weapons you know nothing about. And whenever you slip into fear, doubt, into anger, resistance, repeat this like a mantra. Infinite intelligence, God, universe, source, has weapons I know nothing about. And leave it to power that is so great that literally we just have to pick up the white flag and to say, you know what, me and my stupid ego and my crazy need for control and my freaky perfectionism, we give up and we surrender and we let you who see the bigger picture do its work. For example, some of my previous relationships, I can now see that. And when I was living them, I wasn't so aware of how that worked because I witnessed them as a previous version of me who had abandonment issues, and the reason why I accepted to be in those relationships is because I abandoned myself. This version of me would never be a part of those things, but That's something I also always repeat. We are learning as long as we are here. The worst and the greatest idiot is spiritual idiot. So if I would come here and claim to you that I found the truth, you should immediately unsubscribe and unfollow. No one can comprehend and see whole truth. We're too small even to speak about God and infinite intelligence and universe. As long as humanity exists, everybody tried to figure these things out and no one succeeded. We only have glimpses. So the fact that you admit that you are in search for truth, that's the other story. Follow those who are in search for truth. Truth that is your version of truth, because as Nietzsche would said, there are many eyes and therefore there are many truths, and therefore there's no truth at all. So the same is with everything in life, because everything is just a mirror of perception. We all came here with same equipment, and some witness great stories, some not so great stories. What's the behind it? Perceptions. Everything is perception. Some people are always grateful even for the little. Some are depressed no matter how much they have. Great examples are, I like to watch those lives from foreign islands. So because I always felt calm in around water and in nature in general. So when I see those lives where people literally live only on fruits and fish, and they have some improvised homes, but they're so happy and they're so full of life and they're so healthy, that's obvious. Do you think that you can hide what you're doing in privacy? Of course not. What you're doing in privacy is more than obvious when you are out and about, because whether or not you take care of yourself, everyone can conclude when they lay their eyes on you. So these people in these islands who are connected to nature and who live in tune with the cycle of nature are so healthy, so vibrant, so full of life that I'm naturally drawn to them. And on the other side, you have these rich young people who live in some, I don't know, crazy expensive homes, and they're trying to convince us how they are having great lives, but energy can't be manipulated, meaning you can feel, we can all feel. People feel what you feel about yourself. People felt what previous version of me felt about myself, and that's why I witnessed not so quality relationships, not so quality friendships. I was people pleaser. I was putting always others before my own needs. So I lived that because I felt that. I felt that I should put others first before than myself. But when I made the shift and when I put time in inner work, because I wasn't of those who are prone to escapism. I had few experiences, and I realized that sooner or later I have to wake up, and the sooner I work on the inside world, my waking up will be less painful. So the moment I did the shift and embodied my new identity, so to say, as I choose to put on my new shoes instead of old shoes and old identity, I lost many of those connections because those people didn't use to new version of me who literally put myself first, who no longer accepts when it's appropriate for them, and so on and so forth. You know how the game works. So don't be also afraid of losing people from your life, because that doesn't mean that you are bad. That means that you're growing and that you're improving, and that in many cases they remain stuck in the previous version of themselves. So the opportunity to do the work is offered to everybody. Who wants to do it, okay. Who doesn't, also okay. You will find new crew, you will find and you will resonate with those who are embodying new frequencies as well as you are. So I wanted to end this with that fact that as long as I thought and needed to hang on to those that I thought were perfect for me, I was just losing my precious time, because from this perspective now, I know and I stand firmly in that realization that I don't need those who require from me to prove to them anything. I don't need anyone who wants from me to explain anything and to do things in order for them to see me worthy. I know now that I'm worthy simply by existing. And one of my favorite stories is, unfortunately, I lost her channel, but she's a beautiful young girl who also speaks about this identity shift and how she worked some shitty jobs many times, didn't even paid for her grind and for her hard work, and then she discovered this personal development thing and how it works. And I remember that she said that she read how it's possible to literally 90% of your time and of your life you live how you like and decide what you are gonna do with your time in exchange for you being you. And she's living it now, because in a moment when you decide something, entire universe works in your favor. What's making challenges in people's lives is that they are not specific and they are not clear. When you ask them what do you want, exactly what do you want, many take too long to answer, and even when they answer, they play it small. You see when they answer that they speak, but they don't believe that that's even possible, and that comes from mental blockages, limited beliefs, and all that stuff. That's all old core negative beliefs that require a little deeper digging and a little more serious work. For old core negative beliefs, it's not just enough to affirm, to believe, and so on and so forth. This requires deeper digging. So let those who get used to use you for your goodness disappear for your life. If you are trying to hold on them with belief that they will change, no, they will not. They will only become worse. So I now know, as Halle Berry once said when they were gossiping about her, what's wrong with Halle Berry? She can't keep a man. She said, I'm not crazy to keep a man who's not worthy of keeping. I now know and see that most of those that I wanted so desperately to keep and I thought that were my soulmates weren't even worthy of giving them chance to drink coffee together, literally. But I couldn't see that now with my narrow vision and with my limited beliefs. And I thought that I will never find someone better, and I thought that if this person goes, I will never find. No, 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 no. They were removed, and I later found out why. Because universe saw things I didn't saw, universe saw and heard what I haven't heard, and that's the reason they were removed from my life. As it was painful then, now I'm more than grateful, because I would never want to sleep till the rest of my life next to someone who is ready to betray me in any possible way. So I will forgive everything. I'm an Aquarius and we are very open-minded, so to speak. And I can forgive everything, literally everything, because I have deep uh, compassion for literally everyone. But I will never forgive when someone lies to me and thinks that I'm not intelligent or smart enough that I will sooner or later find out the truth. So that's something that literally you could be my own child. I will cross you and forget that you exist. That's how I'm cutthroat with this bullshit. Just tell me, be honest, tell me this, that, and I will have mercy. But if you try to play me and to think that I will never figure out things, I literally forget that that person ever crossed my path. It can be the most precious being in this world. If that person lies, if tries to Aquarius are crazy about this. We can literally give you blood, but we can also cut you so cold that most of those people wonder till the rest of their lives what the hell just happened. Well, the sad part is that we also warn in friendships, in family, in love, always we warn. Just be honest. Be honest. But I don't know. And that's why I'm saying never, 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 never question decisions from the higher power. Higher power knows. Higher power sees and always has in store for you gifts and blessings that you couldn't even in your wildest dream think are possible for you. That's how this game works. What's your part? To have fearless faith, to do everything possible day-to-day basis to release resistance, and to, as much as it is possible, come from a place of love. To love everything unconditionally. to be grateful for the sun, for the earth that you walk on, for the everything, because we are part of everything. I like to, when I walk, affirm this. Thank you, land, for being my body. Thank you, sun, for being fire that gives me energy. Thank you, waters, for being my circulation. Thank you, trees, for being my lungs. And thank you, God, for allowing me to be fifth element, love. By the way, Fifth Element is one of my favorite movies. Life without love is nothing. And when you are love, then you will be surprised how you get love from literally everywhere. As long as you're closed off and you think that love is something that you should keep for yourself, you won't receive it neither. But everything else that you share becomes smaller. But the only thing in this world that only by sharing becomes bigger is love. So try this experiment. Give as much possible and as you can love to everything and everyone. Bless everything and everyone. Bless those who hurt you the most. Bless everyone and watch how, like a mirror, life is blessing you 24/7, always and everywhere.